Hello there, YouTube. And welcome to Saturday the 7th. Yeah, the 7th of February. No, I'm not starting the vlog late in the day out here in the shop. I actually started the vlog because there was a nice part in the day. And dadgum Sasha, I don't know how she senses. Kelly says, she goes, you must just put off a scent or something. Because I already had my shoes on. And I sit down and I'm getting ready to go. I wasn't doing anything special, just piddling around with camera stuff. And all of a sudden I hear this little, she makes this little almost silent but very audible little high-pitched squeak. I go, is that her making her squeak? She goes, yep. The next thing you know, she won't come in right up to me. She like peeks her head around the door, looks at me at my desk, and makes that little sound. If I turn around and look at her, then she jumps back, and then she'll just run around and start barking. And then she knows I'm leaving. Then she comes in here and like jumps on me and stuff, and off we go for for our walk. Anyway, I get out there and get out, and I go to start the camera, and I thought I turned the mic on, but I didn't turn the mic on. So I realized this when I get down to the bottom, to the corner down there at the end of the road. Well, that's not the end of the road, the end of where I go for the walk. And anyway, I look and I don't see the light flashing saying that the mic 3 is turned on. And I go, well, great. So I turn the thing on, and so I don't interact with the camera in any way. I just turn the mic on, and then I start, talking about it. I go, man, I think I walked all the way down here and never had the mic on. Let's apologize because Action cameras, just because they're waterproof mics and all that stuff, and well, at least they have waterproof bladders over them. They pick up tinny sounds where you can really hear the rocks when you walk, and just it's not as good a sound. So anyway, I apologize for that. And anyway, we finished our walk, come all the way home. And anyway, I'm sitting there and I go, well, I'll just transfer the files over to the MacBook. Here's a cohort in our little adventure. I figured you'd be coming here for too long. It is flat pouring out there. How did you manage not to get wet? You probably waited till it got, that probably just slung all over my 350 there, you meathead. Yeah, it absolutely did. That gum, you dog. But anyway, I upload the files. Well, the files start at 8. I'm going, wait a minute. So obviously I took 7 clips because I always format my cards when I make sure everything's transferred over. And so it started, I lost seven clips. So the camera takes backup audio. So there's only 7 it starts with 7 there. So then I look at the, cause the, mic 3, it's recording 32-bit float in the background, and that records it on the device. You have to take it off the mic. The mic has, I don't know what it is, like 64 gigabytes or something like that. It's got a crazy amount of memory on it, for audio files. But anyway, I look at that, and nope. They start with file 1, which proves I didn't have the mic on. As well, I know that. Anyway, I have no idea. I did not do anything with the camera. And Kelly's going, that's not good. Because we definitely don't need to have that happen, with Harley and, Ireland and stuff like that. And I go, yeah, that's scary. I need to just keep using this camera. I can't figure, there's no like weird sequence of anything you can do on that. You physically have to interact with it. And then when you go to format, you have to slide a bar over. It's like the final thing saying, you understand you're about to delete these files. So it's not something you can just like push a button and accidentally do it. So I have no idea. Just it's no big deal, just walking down the road, BSing about the stuff we normally do. But so anyway, I'm gonna bounce for now. We'll take our little walk. I'll come back, and then we'll talk in here. So sorry for the weird beginning. Every once in a while, something funky happens, and it wasn't one of those weird things that, you know, I was hitting record when I thought I was turning it off, so it was recording in my pocket. And then you hit record again, thinking you turn it back on. You're actually turning it off. You know how you can, it's really easy to do that with a phone. Pretty hard to do it with the camera because it's an audible sound it makes when it records. And the camera was doing all of that. And it has that boot down sound. Deep, 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 boom. When it, I mean, the camera was recording. What happened to those first 7 clips? I did nothing. I have no idea. Scary. But anyway, here we go. Hope you enjoyed the little walk. It's not very long. Me talking up the mics and stuff on this thing. I have a scary feeling because the mic was off. And don't know if it timed out. It takes 15 minutes and it hasn't been 15 minutes. So number 8 went across. I see number 9 and I see number 10. There's no way you can see it. It's going across the yard over there. You might be able to see it. It's not zoomed in. I see one on the hill. You can see its little tail bouncing across there. One already shot across. There is a stream that goes across here. I found it. I can't walk. I'd be on private property. Whatever way I would approach getting to it. So there must be, you know, some rapids or something that's going across, because I mean, it literally sounds like a waterfall, but obviously there's no hill right there. Man, it almost sounds like a thunder boom. Oh, there would be number 11. That one snuck out of nowhere. That's a lot of deer. But it's beautiful out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Come on, meatheads, let's roll back. Well, I guess in advance, I'll have to apologize for the audio up front. If there's anything wrong with it, I don't know. It's definitely, it picks up wind and has a tinnier sound to it than going through the Mic 3 from DJI. Seeing some pretty impressive stuff out of the DJI 360 camera. Kind of looks like the GoPro Max, the original Max. Now the Max 2 has all the fins and stuff on it. I don't know, I just wasn't overly, I mean, but the thing with the DJI, I think it's using the same sensor that's in this thing, times 2. You know, they call it a 8K, which it is, because you got 2 4K sensors. But when you crop it out, because nobody uses stuff in the 360 anymore, where you can sit there and, you know, move around on the video. But yeah, it's got, you know, 10-bit, and it's got all the stuff basically this camera has. The nice thing is the menu's all the same. Anyway. I still got an X3 and an X4 Insta360. But I don't know, the workflow with that thing, I mean, it does come out good, but you're I don't know, it's clumsy. And I found the DJI's just worked a lot better, but the last one I had was the Max. I had the Fusion, and yeah, you end up taking 1080p cuts out of it. That's just, nowadays, that's just too small. Yeah, as I'm walking along here thinking about it, I know the mic wasn't on because I was goofing around and I powered it down as I was getting ready to take Sasha for a walk, and I never powered the mic back up. So it will be, you'll hear the gravel under my feet, and everything's in that typical action camera. It just picks up all those little ticky sounds, you know, any sharp sounds. They really pick that up good. I mean, they do a lot better. Man, if you look at the old GoPros and stuff, man, those were Those were bad. You had to put mics on those. And if you're motovlogging, you absolutely had to, because all you got is the wind. But anyway, well, we made the walk without a hitch. In fact, it's actually gotten brighter out here. But it's supposed to be coming, the old rain. But anyway, that was a fun walk. I know they're over in that field, but it sounds over that way by the barn, but it sounds like they're coming down the road behind me. Like, keeps me looking back. Look at her, she sneaks around the corner to see if you can see any cats roaming free. She's getting better with them. They'll be friends here before you know it. She doesn't try to attack them or anything. She tries to sneak up on them. They'll be sitting on a chair on the porch, and she goes out really slow. And then the cat goes, it's too close, and just jumps off. But she doesn't like frantically try to attack them, and the cat doesn't like flee like its life depends on it. They'll be buddies before you know it. All right. That was a fun little walk. Always fun. Crazy dogs. You flat got the zoomies, don't you? Oh boy. Sasha decided she wasn't done yet, so we're in the back field out here. Man, look at them dark skies in the background there. It's funny this time of year, all that grass growing like it is. It's nuts. Boy, you're sure gonna sleep good tonight, Danny. That's a whole lot of running. He still didn't stop. He's still going 100 miles an hour. That sun keeps trying to come out. I can't believe that little old tree is that enormous now. That was a long time before you were born, Sasha. Yeah, she was born 10 years after we were here. More than that. Crazy. That used to be just little starter trees running down through these little rows here. Used to ride the motorcycles through there and weave in between them and stuff. They kind of had humps, and we're doing like figure eights around the little starter trees. Things grow, as they will. Do you have any explanation? What happened to 7 files? You were out there he was zooming all over up and down the road. It was hilarious. That's how I ended up with 7 files. Usually I take like 2 or 3 clips going up and down the road. That Danny was being some kind of nut. And then, well, as you've seen, he still hadn't stopped. And, he went in our bedroom and he sleeps on Kelly's side of the bed. He gets up there in that bed and he's in there snoring like an old man. He was out absolutely cold. When I came out here to do this, I thought I'd just be quiet, just let him sleep. Nope. He comes, comes up the door. Nope, you ain't leaving me, Dad. Whenever I go out, he's got to come with me. Oh, I brought this out here to show you. Kelly and them, where they're cleaning and moving all those shelves, she goes, look, I found a couple of these bags. They're Indian bags for something. And I love how they got a pole on each side. Because you just, and the thing seals up, and they usually stick better because the way the rope's kind of looping in circles inside there. But they're Indian bags for something. I go, well, what are these for? She goes, I have absolutely no idea. He goes, they were sitting in a drawer that none of us go into. So she goes, well, maybe it's sunglasses or something. I go, Kelly, maybe you could squeak a set of sunglasses in there. That's kind of short for sunglasses. But you know what it does fit? It goes, floop. You can slide an action camera in there and shoop, seal it up. That way when it's banging around in your backpack, it doesn't, bang into things. I got different things inside my backpack, like little clamps and all kinds of stuff. I had to make sure they sit in there a certain way. That's why I leave a rubber boot over the lens. Those rubber lens caps. Yeah, still can't see it. But anyway, such is life. But I didn't really have literally no plans today. I got a bunch of stuff on my mind over all this stuff for 2026. I've just been pondering stuff, and I'll sit there and get caught up in some TV program and lose my mind. You know, they updated these. I think I told you that already. These are much smaller now. But I mean, it'd be really nice to have those instead. But you know, I don't think those are very cheap, so I'm not gonna buy them again. If you get these things, spend the extra and buy the metal ones. Don't get the plastic ones. Because, you know, the thing almost cinches down even on these, you know, fatty side of these bars. And then I think it has a spacer in there. I'd be worried about, you know, because some of these phones can, you know, like a Pro Max Apple phone is, that's not a light phone. Especially the old iPhone 14. Good Lord, that thing was heavy. But, yeah, I'd go for the metal. Just don't cheap out. Especially when you got your, you know, very expensive phone dangling off of that thing. And make sure you get the rubber isolator thing on there, because the fancy optical, here we go with the speaking again. The optical stabilization they have in them will, it's turned out that certain frequencies will take those things out. So that's a big deal nowadays. And it's crazy how many people, I never knew, because I always used the RAM mounts prior. And, you know, they got the rubber balls. There's enough isolation going in there that you're not going to have that problem with a RAM mount. But I do like the convenience and simplicity. And, you know, you can get the RAM mount with a charging thing, but it's, you know, kind of a plate. Quad-Lock's got that kind of dialed in. I do like how the case is very robust. But, you know, with the Quad-Lock, you can put whatever case you want on there. Even no case if you don't want it on there. Well, I got you in there tight. You go any tighter than that, something's going to bang on something. But, yeah, it's like close. I still need to come out here and flush the brakes. That's probably what I should have done today. But there's a lot of logistics and stuff, thinking about this coming year, and this thing with Harley's coming really quick. So, I mean, time's running out. And, you know, we don't want to wear like our large riding boot things, you know. We want to find some, like over the ankle type boots, you know. And I don't want to, plus, you know, those, like the riding boots we use, obviously you're not going to wear those, you know, on your way there. So, you know, and obviously we need luggage. So that, I mean, them boots, Kelly's boots, we got those Alpine Star boots that we always take on trips and stuff. And Kelly wears them anyway because they're warm and stuff like that. But anyway, a lot of, you know, two pairs of boots is going to take up a lot of room. What is all this on here? That's probably more stuff that's been flung off a dog. I don't know. Yep, it was. I shouldn't have wiped it. Because the dogs come in every night because it's cold. They come through the door and they all huddle right in here. And you can see all the specks of them slinging stuff off. I mean, that thing's dirty enough now. I need to roll it out and wash it. Because of the dadgum dogs. Now, there's probably spots all over this because they come in and hang around here. Yeah, he put some spackles on there, all right. Those things will collect over time. Oh, let me show you the size of this. These are those towels I got from Costless. Those things are huge. I use that to... Oh, you son of a gun. It keeps doing this at night. it does great all day long. And then when I come out the next morning, that's flopped over. But in all fairness, there was a, kind of that plasticky kind of a protective coating they had on it. It's got that sticky stuff. And it looked like the plastic had folded over and been rubbing in the box. And I was telling Kelly, I should probably take that in and wash it before I use it. You just wash them with soap and water and, let them dry, and they become really tacky and sticky again. I think I'll carry that thing in with me. I don't know how it doesn't. I think it sticks in one spot enough that it doesn't flip. Look how much that thing sucks in, if you can even see that. You spin that knob, I don't know how literally I can make the dash move up and down. It's stuck to that thing so hard. What do you think of that, Danny? We should probably drag that thing in the house with us. But anyway, I think I'll roll at that and get with the mom. We do a goodbye. Sorry for literally a nothing vlog. That rain, we got back and it was probably 15 minutes after we got home. It come a dumping. I was looking at the radar and stuff, and I go thinking, well, you goofy furball mutts, we got just enough time to go there and back. And I had about 15 minutes more than what it was showing on radar, but it came right in. I'm sure you can probably, I don't know, the mic does pretty good. I've got it on that low level noise reduction thing, so it just takes irritating stuff out of it. But it doesn't do like it did when I rode the Himalayan, man. And the weirdest thing is it would pick up the noise. It would record my voice, but then it would have some of the hearing the bike in the background's fine, but when you only hear it when I'm talking, it's very odd. I thought my voice was distorted. It was actually just hearing the bike and stuff. It was picking everything up for while I was talking, or some of it, enough of it. All right, let's go grab the mama and go do a goodbye right quick. Again, I appreciate or apologize for the super light vlog, but we'll come up with something tomorrow. We come out here and do some brake flushing, but that's hard to do. There's really nothing much to show. You're filling, dumping and filling. It's just straightforward. If I was doing the Pan America or something, I could maybe go through the menu thing for running the computer and stuff on it. But the Himalayans don't even, you just got to go out there, and unfortunately I can't do it before I do it. You just go out there and force the ABS to run a few times and flush the brakes. But anyway, I think an Indian doesn't even have a procedure for running the pumps, which seems very weird. But oh well, people do what they do. All right. Well, hello there, YouTube. We hear the frogs out there, but they're not very loud. So I need to look at Cal and I were just talking about this before I hit the record. I wonder, because I was walking around with that thing in my pocket. You can go into a mode and select files and delete them. And maybe I need to look and see if there's an option to select all. And maybe that thing just bounced around in my pocket. I don't know.
It's really weird.
That's weird. And she was smart enough that I go, man, to do that, you got to select and slide this thing over. And she goes, well, they want to start at 1. File 1. I go, you're right, because the slide that thing over, that's formatting the card. You're right. Then it wouldn't start at clip 8. It would have started back at 1.
So they got to be somewhere.
I think probably fiddling it because, in between shots, I'm talking with the dogs, I just throw the camera in my pocket. And I probably wasn't in that quick capture thing where you hit the record button, it boots the camera up, records the video, hit it again, stops the recording, boots the camera down. Maybe it was not in that mode and just jostled around in my pocket, and somehow or another I hit select all and delete. But I'll look into that thing. I'll just do a quick little clips with it and then go back in and see, is that an option to select all and delete, not go into the format screen. But anyway, it was a very wet day.
Yeah.
Had a nice, that a little period. It was probably, what, 45 minutes worth of no rain, and even got bright at one point when I was coming back with Sasha, and it was a nice walk.
Good.
Yeah, you could tell it'd been no real heavy rain today. A little bit this morning it was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
A little off on things, but mostly it was just that
soaker
rain that just keeps everything wet and miserable out there. No motorcycle rides or anything today, I tell you what. That's a shocker after having those nice days.
I know it.
Through the week, and then the weekend just turns into a weather downer.
Yep.
But that happens. But I think we can go ahead and roll out, and we'll get our evening going, and we'll start all this again tomorrow.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Sunday or Monday.
Heck yeah. All right.
We see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.